Hi friends, and welcome to Luxxo. Today we're diving into a topic that's both fascinating and inspiring. The incredible journey of Dave Ramsey, from financial struggles to a staggering net worth. You've probably heard his name, but do you know the full story behind this financial guru's rise to success? In this video, we're going to uncover the twists and turns in Dave's life, from his early struggles to the wisdom he's shared with millions. We'll explore how he went from flipping houses and dealing with bankruptcy to becoming a financial powerhouse, teaching people like you and me how to take control of our finances. Born on September 3, 1960, in the heart of Antioch, Tennessee. Now you see, Dave's story is a fascinating one. You could say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree because both of Dave Ramsey's parents were real estate developers. It was practically in his DNA. He grew up surrounded by the industry and, as you can imagine, was naturally drawn into it from an early age. After graduating from Antioch High School, he continued his education at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. His Bachelor of Science degree, it was in finance and real estate. And here's where it gets interesting. Dave didn't waste any time. As soon as he graduated from high school in 1978, he decided to tackle the real estate world head-on. At just 18 years old, he took the real estate license exam, and guess what? He passed with flying colors. That meant he could start selling property right away, all while he was still hitting the books in college. So, you see, Dave Ramsey's journey began way back in 1978, while he was still juggling his college classes. His parents had set the stage, and he was eager to dive into the real estate world. Now, as you can probably guess, Dave's real estate venture had its ups and downs. In the early days, he was all about house flipping. But like many of us when we're starting out, he made some mistakes. He miscalculated renovation costs, didn't quite figure out the value of his own time. And well, let's just say there were a couple of not-so-small losses here and there. Dave Ramsey himself has admitted that back then, he often thought every foreclosure property was a gold mine. But as we all know, wisdom comes with experience. By 1986, as a real estate investor under the name Ramsey Investments, Inc., he had quite the portfolio. We're talking about more than $4 million in rental real estate assets. Now, if that's not impressive enough, his personal net worth had soared to around $1 million, and he was consistently pulling in at least $250,000 a year. But as with many financial journeys, there was a twist. You see, Dave had to borrow a substantial amount of money from banks to build that impressive real estate portfolio, roughly $1.2 million from one bank in particular. But life has a way of surprising us, doesn't it? When that bank was sold to another, it threw Dave's situation into a tailspin. The new management decided to call in the loans, and that wasn't the end of it. Another bank got wind of this and thought, hey, we want our $800,000 back too. So, there he was, with a whopping $2 million in debt, all tied up in his real estate holdings. In his own words, Dave explained the aftermath. We spent the next 2.5 years losing everything we owned, being sued and foreclosed upon. But here's where the story takes a remarkable turn. Dave Ramsey's downfall was the beginning of his path to true wealth. After filing for bankruptcy in September 1988, he immersed himself in learning about money management and how to handle his finances properly. Some of the core principles he discovered were: get out of debt, stay out of debt, live on less than you make, have a budget, have a plan. Now, implementing these principles began to turn things around for Dave. His financial situation improved, and people started to notice. Friends and family asked him how he'd managed to get out of his financial troubles. And this, my friends, was the spark that ignited his journey into providing financial advice to folks at his local church. In 1988, Dave founded the Lampo Group, Inc., a financial counseling service, now known as Ramsey Solutions. And from there, it was a leap into radio. In 1992, he began co-hosting The Money Game with Roy Matlock of Primerica, kicking off his radio career. But that's not where it ends. The radio show, now known as The Dave Ramsey Show, adopted a unique 3-hour call-in format where people from all walks of life would call in, sharing their financial situations and seeking Dave's financial wisdom. His show's success grew, and it went from being a local show on a single Nashville radio station to becoming The Dave Ramsey Show, syndicated on over 500 radio stations across the United States and Canada. And yes, it didn't stop there. You can catch his show on podcasts, iHeartRadio, the Dave Ramsey Show iOS app, and even watch live on YouTube. Dave Ramsey's financial advice has made waves. He's been featured on major platforms like The Oprah Winfrey Show, 60 Minutes, and The Early Show. He even recorded a pilot and 6 unaired episodes of The Dave Ramsey Project for CBS. Now, when it comes to financial advice, Dave Ramsey doesn't mess around. He's been known to claim that investors can expect a solid 12% average annual return, a rate he stands by in his financial analyses. But, success doesn't come without its share of scrutiny. In 2010, he faced some criticism on social media for building a rather lavish home. Speaking of media, Dave expanded into the digital realm as well. The Ramsey Show YouTube channel, created in 2013, has become a hub for the show's highlights. Now, with over 2.3 million subscribers, it's been renamed The Ramsey Show Highlights. And for those who prefer shorter content, you can watch the full-length shows on a separate channel just named The Ramsey Show. By sharing bite-sized clips from the 3-hour shows, they've racked up almost 1 billion views. In the grand scheme of things, Dave Ramsey's story is about more than just money. It's about resilience, learning from your mistakes, and helping others. He's reached a net worth of around $200 million as of November 2023, all while sharing his financial wisdom and teaching us how to navigate the world of money. And that's a wrap, folks. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible journey of Dave Ramsey, from financial hardships to a net worth of $200 million. If you found Dave's story as inspiring as we did, be sure to give us a thumbs up and share this video with your friends and family. Sharing knowledge is how we all grow after all.